Hey, what up? What up? You know what time it is, man. Every Saturday morning, get it. It's the best show in the country. The best sports talk radio show. Saturdays with Kramer and Ryan tap in. And they do it for the people. What up? 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 What up?
What up, and good morning, and welcome to another edition of Saturdays with Kramer and Ryan. I'm one of your hosts here, Kramer Sansone. The guy also joining me, the other host of the program, Ryan Larson. Good morning, Ryan. How are we doing on this beautiful March 7th Saturday?
Am I having issues with StreamYard this morning, or are you having issues with StreamYard this morning? Because it sounds like it's lagging for me a bit.
It might be a little bit of both of us. I guess at some point it'll all work itself out. But yeah, no, good morning, dude. I'm hoping by the time I'm done with this conversation or me saying this sentence, you're all good to go for things. But man, a lot of craziness, I would say, in the NFL has happened. No more Trent McDuffie in a Kansas City Chiefs uniform. Absolutely crazy. They got a massive haul from the Los Angeles Rams. Were you expecting a Trent McDuffie trade? Because I know, like last week, we were talking about how there was a possibility that it could actually happen, and it came to fruition for both sides and both parties agree upon. What was your immediate reaction when you saw Trent McDuffie headline being boom gone, traded to the Rams?
It's funny. We actually talked about him getting traded to the Rams last week. I thought it was going to be the Chiefs trade 9 and McDuffie for 13 and 29. I actually like this better because now the Chiefs stay at 9. They get 29. They get a future third. They get a 5th and a 6th also. So if you talk about the draft in terms of like lottery picks, where first rounders are higher likelihood lottery picks, second thirds are mid likelihood, and then late rounds are less likely to hit on players, but you still get yourself 4 lottery tickets for Trent McDuffie. One of those is a first. I like it a lot.
I'm more curious about on the Rams side of things, where it feels like, because this happened after the draft, after the combine, as we gear up towards the draft. I'm just more concerned about the lackluster of productivity of the defensive backs that are currently in this upcoming draft class. If the Rams are going out there to get a Trent McDuffie type, and I mean they did get him, the cornerback room may not be great from what we've been seeing from either combine or on what's on tape. And the fact that the Rams still have the 14th, no, they don't have the 14th, they have the 15th overall pick, 13th from the Atlanta Falcons from last season. We already know the Rams are notorious for trading their first round picks. The fact they kept one still a high level is great. But I think this is a good deal for the Chiefs. And the more and more I think about it, they got their 9th, they got their 29th. I know it's some people were probably kind of mad that we only expected to see only one pick in the ninth overall pick. Then after that we could turn the draft off. No, you got to stay up late, watch it the entire time, which that might suck for some. But if you are a football nerd like ourselves, we're going to stay up through the entire time for it. Now the Chiefs have to do the overhaul of things, because I think them trading away Trent McDuffie and not re-signing him, it just adds another hole to the wrinkle of what the Chiefs are needing to do in order to upgrade this roster. Because it's going to be very hard to find a Trent McDuffie replacement in this draft, I think, unless you're using that 9th overall pick on one. Because if you're on 29 trying to look for a corner, it's not going to be there. It just won't be. And now it turns your attention of maybe they're not fully sold on Jeremiah Love at 9. Maybe they're not fully sold on a defensive lineman at 9. Maybe it's they have to go offensive line. I don't know. It's right now, if you are in the Chiefs mindset in the draft room preparation for this, it's got to be like that SpongeBob episode where everybody's on fire in his head, where he's just trying to he forgot his name. They're all trying to figure out what his name was.
There's the name.
Yeah, exactly. This is how I feel like this is what's going on in the Chiefs organization right now.
I actually don't feel that way. I like this a lot. I feel like this is if you look at what the Bills are doing, I think they're head on fire, running around, lighting everything in their brain on fire, trying to get DJ Moore and figure out how they're going to pay everybody. They've got $45 million in dead cap space this year, the Bills do. They're a mess. I think what the Chiefs are doing is smart. I think you're right. It probably signals they won't take Jeremiah Love at 9. because the McDuffie trade is about freeing up cap space. Like, obviously the team is very top heavy. They're going to be paying Mahomes, paying Chris Jones. Travis Kelce looks like he's coming back. So they've got stars they need to pay. McDuffie, unfortunately, needed to get extended. You can't pay him. They can develop corners. They've done this before with Marcus Peters, L'Jarius Sneed, Travarius Ward. Add McDuffie to the list of those corners that they're trading out before they have to extend him. I think this is just how they operate. It's going to help them clear up money next year. Yeah, good morning, Weston. It's going to help them clear up money next year. I think they use some of the money they're saving, not paying McDuffie, to bring in a guy like a Travis Etienne, maybe even a Kenneth Walker if they want to go
Do they have money for that, though? Let's be honest. Kenneth Walker,
they have
MVP,
enough money for I mean, top of the market running back is 10 to 12.
Do you want to put money into that, though? Like, I don't think you should or want to or need to.
I want to bring in a guy that you can depend on, so you don't have to take Jeremiah Love at 9, so then you can take an edge rusher at 9. Maybe you look at like a secondary player, wide receiver, maybe D tackle to replace Chris Jones potentially at 29. And then at 40, I mean, you have a lot of holes in the roster. You can take whoever.
I mean, what if the Chiefs decide to take, I mean, Emmett Johnson seems to be a maybe mid to late second round or possibly high second round draft pick at this point in time. I think he showed a lot during the draft combine, doing every single drill possible. And just to show out and be like, hey, I'm here. I want to do anything and everything because he loves football. What if you take Emmett Johnson at 29? It's not like we haven't seen the Chiefs take a late round, first round draft pick in a while. The thing is they missed on that late first round draft pick in the Veach era of drafting running backs, and that was Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They should have went Jonathan Taylor. The rest would have been history. But you could take a running back at 29. If they were already talking about taking a running back at 9, why not take a running back at 29?
I just think it's a reach. I mean, there's not, outside of Jeremiah Love, there's not like a high graded running back in this class. It's not like last year where you had Genty and then, okay, cool, Omarion Hampton's still like a really good running back. We'll take him at 20 or wherever the Chargers took him. Like, I don't think you have that this year. If they want to trade down in the second, or trade down from 29 and then take a running back in the second round, I actually don't hate that idea. Then you get more draft capital and you're not reaching as much. But no, I like the idea of taking a mid-round running back. Maybe you sign like an Algier or sort of a mid-level free agent running back. You draft a guy in the third round, late second if you want to trade back. I don't hate that idea at all.
Heck, if you put Tyler Algier on this team right now, he's running back 1. Even if you put him on the team last season at the beginning of the season, he's running back 1.
That's the other thing is you can take a third round running back and he's going to be the most talented one on your roster.
Right. The full trade to the Rams, Trey McDuffie goes to the Rams. Chiefs get a first round pick at number 29, a 5th, a 6th, and a 2027 third to wrap everything up on that trade. And I know you mentioned the Bills trade for DJ Moore. Heck, Weston thinks it's a hilarious move at this point as well to give a second round pick to DJ Moore for DJ Moore. Actually, I'm shocked by this trade. I get the Bills' mindset of them having to get a weapon for Josh Allen, but I wouldn't say DJ Moore is fully washed. We saw he did make some
I would say that. I'm out.
But he made crucial catches during the Bears. But they won 2 games in the playoffs, didn't they? Or they just won one? No, they won 2 because they had to get to they won 1, lost the second one. That's what.
Lost a very tight one to the Rams.
Yes,
yeah,
which
right.
DJ Moore made some crucial catches in that one to get first downs. I get it. I think the first down play that Caleb Williams tried to throw to DJ Moore in the overtime aspect of that game, DJ Moore kind of took a little bit off of his route, and Caleb Williams, I still think, threw a good ball for him to try to catch. But the Bills needed a wide receiver. They went and got a wide receiver. They should have probably drafted one with their second round pick. But you know what? They're trying to do anything and everything to please Josh Allen, and this is not a Sean McDermott move anymore. So now this could be analytically driven, you would say, maybe. But I'm more curious to see how this pans out in Buffalo.
I don't even think this is analytics. I saw something really interesting from an ESPN article.
Cole sucks.
It was Bill Barnwell. I'm going to reference Bill Barnwell a lot this offseason, I feel like. And it's talking about receivers that had 1,000 yards in their age 26 season that didn't even produce half of that. So 500 yards by age 28, which DJ Moore fits into. The 5 players that have done that: Hunter Renfrow, Brian Hartline, Kenny Galladay, Peerless Price, Jeff Graham. Not a single one of them did anything at age 28 or older. Didn't even sniff 800 yards. The guys that were roughly in the 500-600 range, age 28, Marty Booker, Santana Moss, Andre Rison, Drew Bennett. Moss and Rison had okay seasons at 28 and then fell off a cliff. So if you're looking at DJ Moore's production compared to similar players all time, he's about to fall off a cliff. I mean, maybe you put him in the Bills offense with Josh Allen, different circumstances. I do not think he's going to perform well. And do we even think he's a good locker room guy? We saw him quit on the Bears last year.
Yeah, I mean, you saw him quit during the playoff game. I mean, him and Caleb Williams were, I guess, not very cordial with each other, it sounds like, from reading reports. And now it just shows even more. Ben Johnson's like, get out of here. So he got out of there and got a second-round pick in return. It's good for the Bears on this one. Bears might be the dark horse team in the NFC North this upcoming season. Still, I think they're well coached. But Bills-wise, oh boy, this one's come from Steve. Go shoot. DJ Moore lost a step for sure. He had 600 yards last season for him, and that's terrible for him. 6 touchdowns, usually 1,000 yard. He's looking bad. It's funny too because the fact that DJ Moore was a Panther at one point and being traded to the Bears, and the rest is history on that one. Like I just the DJ Moore trickle-down effect of what he's been doing, like what he's been involved with his entire career. This second-round pick's going to hit for the Bears, and I think we're just going to all be very overjoyed. I hate the Bills. That's one of the worst NFL franchises, in my opinion, because of what they've done to help out the Kansas City Chiefs this entire time. Like they literally gave them Patrick Mahomes. It's absolutely crazy. Let's go talk about another blockbuster trade that was fresh out the press last night. And I'm not going to lie. When I first heard the news that Max Crosby was traded to the Baltimore Ravens for 2 first-round picks, I didn't even see the first-round picks in the headline for it. All I saw was the headline, Max Crosby traded to the Ravens. And I'll tell you what, I felt gutted as soon as I read that headline. And it took me like 10 to 20 minutes to process the fact that Max was already gone. You can even ask my wife. She's like, are you good? Like she asked me, are you okay? And because I stopped talking for like maybe 10 minutes, and that's kind of rare for me. Like, so I'm talking my ass off every single time. And she's like, "Wait, everything okay?" And I was like, "Max got traded." And I ain't gonna lie, I welled up a little bit. I welled up because Max Crosby meant so much to the Raiders organization, and I absolutely loved the dude. And then I sat there, and I was like, "All right, what was the compensation for it?" I saw they got the 14th overall pick for this upcoming draft in a first round for the 2027. I'm like, "All right." Tears are gone. I'm happy. Yeah, let's get it going. The fact that he's going to be, I think, 29 coming this upcoming season.
Yeah.
He's already had 1 major knee surgery. Who knows how many other knee surgeries he's had in the offseason to get prepared for this. He might have at least up to total 2 to 3 maybe. I wouldn't say he's going to lose a step because you can't stop that motor from what Max Crosby has inside. This is such a good trade for the Las Vegas Raiders, and this is another step process to – this is a full-blown rebuild now. If you didn't think it wasn't in a Raiders organization, this is full rebuild. And you get from Fernando Mendoza because they've already released Geno Smith. You already know the quarterback is definitely wide open. I'm just hoping they don't make a dumb move to get Kyler Murray or something like that. I hope that's not the case. But that seems like a Raiders move if it ever seemed like it. But no, Fernando Mendoza at 1. Maybe you get an offensive lineman at 14 or get him a weapon.
I was thinking you could go receive. There's a good that's like prime Jordan Tyson, Mekhi Lemon range for receivers.
And
you can get maybe Tate if he falls to 14. Like you can get your quarterback 1 and wide receiver 1 in this draft. And I think that lines up well for the Raiders there.
No, it does. Okay, all right. Craig in the okay, Bronx. Kramer has no loyalty. All you need to do is wave some picks in front of him, and then he flips. Okay, all right. Okay, I see. I see how it is. No.
You're right, though. I mean, Max Crosby. Where do you put him as far as defensive players, best defensive players in the NFL? Is he top 5? Like, he's worst top 10.
He's top 5. He's at least top 5, and he's not number 5. He might be at 3 or 4. The fact that the AFC was at the North. They've got T.J. Watt, They've got Myles
Myles
Garrett.
Garrett.
And they got Max Crosby now. Dude, Joe Burrow's going to be in shambles. He got to play
Honestly,
those
the
guys
Bengals
6
could go
times.
get Micah Parsons. If the Bengals get Micah Parsons, they got it all.
Dude, there's no way in hell the Green Bay Packers are trading Micah Parsons there.
No, but the AFC North just needs to like Infinity Stone gauntlet edge rushers and just finish it. Just get everybody.
Steve said how to go process that trade. The Raiders, though, getting 2 first is amazing. See, like I feel like a lot of people are in on that that trade. But man, dude, is this you like the trade for the Raiders? Like, do you think this is going to help propel them to? They're not operating like a joke organization anymore. I feel like this solidified them. Like, all right, let's do this.
I actually like it both ways. This is one thing I feel about the McDuffie trade and the Max Crosby trade is I like both of those for both sides because the Rams and the Ravens need to go all in right now. Like the Rams with old man Matthew Stafford, the Ravens, you look at the Chiefs, the Bills, they're kind of down. Like this is their shot too. But the Chiefs are building for 2027, 2028. The Raiders, like you said, are in a rebuild. You're about to get your franchise quarterback, hopefully. You want to get a weapon or offensive lineman. Maybe you even go really good edge rusher if a guy like Ruben Bain ends up falling to 14. You just take best player available there.
Ruben Bain falls to 14 and the Chiefs don't pick him at 9. That would be absolute
T-Rex
wild,
arms, yeah.
Well, T-Rex arms. I'm out on Ruben Bain. You already know.
I like it. I like it for the Raiders a lot. They got good value. I even like it for the Ravens. I mean, you're getting a top 3 defensive player to go with a top maybe 5 offensive player. I don't know what you want to say about Lamar. I think he was hurt a lot last year, but worst top 10 quarterback at worst. And then you pair a top 3, top 5 edge rusher with that. That's a pretty good base for that team.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to see how Max actually plays next year after coming off of a hamstring, coming off of a knee. Because remember, he hurt his hamstring against the Chiefs in Week 8. And I think that had a trickle-down effect of like, all right, because a person like myself who has plenty of knee injuries, I've now noticed that my ankles are kind of weak now because of how I walk to help prevent my knee pain or help alleviate my knee pain. So if you have one side of your body that starts to hurt and you try to overcompensate and try to do well, you might end up hurting something else. And I feel like that's exactly what happened last year with Max Crosby, as other people in the chat, Western. Well, let's see. I'm going to see if the Raiders don't botch all these picks because they had $1 billion high picks of Gruden when he came back, and then we're all bust. I think the best one they did was Josh Jacobs. The Cleveland Farrell at number 3 was still questionable. Jonathan Abram in the late, I think it's either the mid or the late 20s. They had him in that because they had that 3 first-rounders in 2019.
Ruggs was almost an okay pick till things went off the rails there.
If he didn't try to go speed racer then end up killing a gal and her dog, I mean that's super unfortunate. I hope he never touches grass. Outside grass, yes, but not NFL grass ever in his career because he still needs to learn from what he's done. Even though he's tried to make I think he's tried to want to get back into the NFL from a year ago. They were trying to see if he can work himself back in there. It's just no, thank you. But no, I think it's different. This isn't the Gruden regime. Hell, you could even go before that when they I can't remember who the head coach was when they drafted Jamarcus Russell. But this is a different regime with Spytek, Kubiak, heck, even throw Tom Brady and Davis's name in the hat to help pick out a guy right there. I think they're fine. This is a different Las Vegas Raiders or Oakland Raiders or however you want to call it. And yeah, no, I love it. I had to think about it a lot, but man, I did tear up last night. I will not lie about that. I'm telling you, I was crushed. Then I saw him in a Ravens, someone photoshopped the Ravens uniform on him.
Oh, did it look cool?
I mean, no. It looks weird. Dang. It just looks so weird. Like him in purple rather than not in the silver and the black. It just looks so like the purple. Like, come on. I don't even like the Ravens jerseys anyways. I think they're.
Oh, you don't? I kind of think the black, when they do like purple with black, I think it's actually.
No, they're all blacks that they have with the like the hint of purple like on the like the shoulder areas. I like that, but no, it's. Have fun out there, Max. I hope you do nothing but great things. But then again, I hope the Raiders hit on these draft picks. And man, dude, I bet I bet that the Raiders will be flirting with the tops of the AFC West, not this season, but the following season. So 2027.
I don't know.
They're going to be the number 1 team in the AFC West. I'm going to put money on it. I'll put money on it right now.
They're going to need a lot of help. They're going to need a lot of defensive help and receivers.
They've got the 4th most cap in NFL currently right now. They have a lot of money to spend. They have the highest draft capital for this and for next year. So they've got a lot of room to work, overhaul that offensive line, get some better dogs on defense, and they're a legitimate threat.
I don't worry about their offense. Offensively, you're
offensive line is what you need to worry about.
It's real easy to say you're a top receiver and some offensive linemen away from a really good offense. I think every team in the NFL could say that, but they actually, like you said, they have the resources to do that. Your defense is brutal.
Yeah, it's bad now.
I'm looking. Is Tyree Wilson any good?
He's a mid edge rusher. They're hoping that he makes another jump. He did better last year than the year prior.
You got Jamal Adams, Devin White, Jeremy Chin, Eric Stokes. These are. They've had better days. Adam Butler's out there. They need some work. It wouldn't be the craziest. I think it would be less crazy for the Raiders to win the AFC in 2028 than it was crazy for the Patriots to win it this year.
Okay, that's fair. You know what? I respect that. That's fair because how I think of this rebuild is the exact same way I thought the rebuild was when Gruden did come back. This upcoming season is going to be under 500, 2027 at 500, and then 2028 above 500. That's just how the hierarchy or the tiers of the season are going to go. And I don't have any dementia, Craig. I see your message, but yeah, even Weston says, I don't know, nobody on defense now. Yeah, I get it, but you know what? There's nobody on defense for the Chiefs anyways either after Trip McDuffie was traded. And I don't trust Chris Jones whatsoever. So there's some big holes on defense for 2 teams in the AFC West. And
we got linebackers. We got a ton of linebackers.
That's true, but I'm curious when the Nick Bolton drop-off is going to come. It's going to be happening soon, I feel like. Sooner rather than later, unfortunately. But no, yeah, those are –
it already started.
Yeah, I love Nick Bolton. I thought I had him whenever he came out of the draft. I had him mocked in the first round to the Chiefs.
Okay, I'm going to go off script a little bit. I want to do winners and losers of the trade. So between the McDuffie, DJ Moore, Max Crosby trade, who are your winners? Who are your losers?
The loser, for sure, for a fact, biggest loser of them all is the Bills. The Bills getting DJ Moore. That's so bad. That's so bad. I would say I wouldn't say it's a close second, but the second loser in this one, Max Crosby, because you don't know the health, not Max Crosby, but the Ravens, because you don't know what the health of Max Crosby truly is. And that's the biggest question mark because of how much they gave up in order to get Max Crosby. I wouldn't even say that's probably the only 2 losers in this entire trade. You could put of all these trades, you can put the Chiefs, Raiders, and Rams all on the other side and be like, and also the Bears of this it makes sense for every single team on that side. So those are my winners and those are my losers. Are you thinking the exact same thing, or what's the difference about yours?
I'm thinking the exact same thing. On a personal level, I would just say McDuffie's a winner. I mean, you get to go to the Rams, and also he's from LA. He said a couple weeks ago, if there was a team not named the Chiefs he'd want to play for, it would be the Rams. So I do like that for him personally. I'm going to go real off script here and say that my loser is Joe Burrow.
Oh,
because not only does he have to go against all those edge rushers in the division now that we talked about, he's getting 2 extra games against Max Crosby every year, but also you're looking at every other contender making moves. You're looking at whatever you say about the Bills, they at least tried to go out and get their wide receiver 1 with DJ Moore. You're looking at the Rams go all in with Matt Stafford, the Ravens going all in your division, the Chiefs building for the future. And what have the Bengals done around Joe Burrow but be like, we just dumped all of our money into T. Higgins, so sorry, we can't get you an O-line, we can't get you a defense, and don't expect us to draft anybody good because that's asking too much. Joe Burrow, if I'm him, I would request a trade.
Ooh. All right, so if you're okay, so what team would you like to see Joe Burrow go to then? Let's spin off this.
The best team, the team that would be the best fit for Joe Burrow right now is the Vikings, without a doubt.
Ooh, Joe Burrow,
but
in a Vikings uniform would be pretty nasty. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Imagine him throwing it to Justin Jefferson. I mean, you already know that he can throw it to top wide receivers. I mean, Jamar Chase is an absolute dog whenever he's thrown him the football. Imagine Justin Jefferson finally having a quarterback since Kirk Cousins. That'd be or Sam Darnold. That'd be incredible.
He did all that with Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold. Imagine what he could do with Joe Burrow.
Dude. Yeah, Joe Burrow would also look good in Raiders uniform. I heard the Raiders got the 14th overall pick they could send over in return for
1 in 14 for Joe Burrow.
No, just 14. I don't think I'd send
14. The Bengals were not accepting that. So yeah, we'll throw in some chips to whatever casino you want to go to on your next trip out to Vegas too.
Let's there's some other people have some messages. I also don't see the Chiefs even getting Patty back in time for week 1, maybe week 4 to 6. But him back week 1, I don't know. I got to see if and I hope the Chiefs fill all the holes with the picks they got. I agree with you, Steve. I don't think Mahomes will be back by week 1. I don't. I think this knee injury is going to.
I'm feeling better about it. Every update is like, oh, it's getting earlier and earlier. I can't. Was it Jay Glazer who was like, expect Mahomes back before the preseason? That's ambitious, but
that's very ambitious.
And
maybe he's playing week 1, but he's not the full Patrick Mahomes that we truly see in usually typical week 1 fashion. Maybe he's just there to hand the ball off to a running back and hopefully take 2 steps, drops, and throws it to the wide receiver quickly, because maybe they get a wide receiver that actually gets a good first step off the line and creates separation. That's very few and far between when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers on here. But man, that's a Pat being ready for week 1. I think he will be there, but won't be playing, or he might be playing. I don't know. I don't think But then again, today's medicine, today's technology can get them going back to being healthy. Hell, I still remember back in 2007 when I know this is WWE related, but when everyone saw John Cena tear his rotator cuff, no one expected him to be ready within 5 months of the Royal Rumble, and he came in and won that bitch. So it's like maybe this is Patrick Mahomes, his song, his era of coming back super healthy. I don't know.
I feel like part of it too. This is something that when I hurt my shoulder last year, my physical therapist was explaining to me is a lot of, because he actually worked with people at the combine to test how they do like the physical testing and likelihood of injury and stuff.
Yeah, so you had a NFL caliber physician work on your shoulder. That's actually hilarious. That's awesome.
A little bit. No, he was a really, really like informed guy, and he was telling me that a lot of what they do is they like will train flexibility with things like quarterbacks' knees, everybody's knees, shoulders, toes, everything. But
shoulders, knees, and toes.
Yeah, shoulder, knees, and toes. They're training their flexibility. But what they do is they're building up the muscle and like training your joints to go in like weird ways, so that when you do get these soft tissue injuries, well, number one, to prevent the soft tissue injuries, but when you do get them, you already have like a really strong foundation around it, which is why people are able to come back so much quicker, because they have extra support around that soft tissue that you're supporting it with. It's not like you're just building everything back up from like nothing.
So what I just took from all of that, and even the people listening or watching, or if you are watching us live, or you're listening to us, watching us later on in the day, stretch today. Make sure you stretch. That's like, you want to stretch, move the body, move the joints, get up from your couch a little bit, crack open another cold one, stretch that elbow. When I'm watching, I'm hoping there's beer at the circus I'm going to later on today, but that's what I'm going to be doing at the circus, is stretching out my 8-ounce curls when I do that. So make sure we all stretch today. How about that? And yes, I am going to the circus.
I was about to ask, you're going to the circus?
I haven't gone to the circus, I don't think, in years. And my buddy who has a 2-year-old, and he's like, hey, you want to come? Caitlin and I got nothing to do today. So we're going to go up to St. Joe, and we're going to go to a circus. And the thing is that up in St. Joe, I don't know how frequent you frequent St. Joe at all, or ever. They usually have it at this place called the Civic Arena downtown. It's not like that anymore. They're going to do it in the East Hill Mall's parking lot, which it's not.
Oh, you're not getting like dirt below your feet? No,
it's
I'm thinking like circus tent, dirt.
Like going out to the Renaissance Festival and all the dirt and mud out up there. Yeah, no, I thought that as well, but I'm curious if they actually put stuff down to mimic dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Might be too much for them, but I haven't. It's a tent circus. Never been into a circus in my life, so I'm curious how this goes. No lion better come getting out of its cage and start roaming the aisles. I will leave instantly. So yeah,
I'm looking at the website for this. God, it is creepy. They've got like the old school clown like banging a drum. Okay, you'll have to let me know if they've got clowns there because it looks terrifying.
I'm hoping it's like the movie The Greatest Showman. Like that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping it's just like that. Which I mean, if Hugh Jackman shows up, I'll be okay with that.
That movie cracks me up. I watched that with my mom when I went home from college one winter break. And we're watching the movie and, they're doing their circus stuff and Hugh Jackman's singing and it's great. And we're like an hour and a half into the movie. And I was like, Mom, when did the snowmen show up?
Oh, God.
She's like, what snowman? I was like, this is the greatest snowman, right? She's like, no, it's the greatest showman.
Oh, man,
you
Ryan.
Idiot.
Oh, man.
So I watched an hour plus of this movie thinking we were getting snowmen. I was like,
Frost is going to show up at some point.
Yeah, is Hugh Jackman about to turn into a snowman and start singing? I was so confused.
Oh, man. Have you been watching any of the it's only been going on for a couple of days. World Baseball Classic's currently playing right now. And if you were all juiced up and jazzed up for the Winter Olympics, I mean, this is the Olympics for baseball right now. I know it's not the official Olympics because, the World Baseball Classic happens every 3 years. But, hey, watching Team USA take on Brazil last night, I did, for some reason, coming into this World Baseball Classic, I thought the pitch clock wasn't a thing because it wasn't a thing whenever they had it 3 years ago. And I'm sitting there. It's about 10:30 at night. We're in the 8th inning, and I'm like, man, I thought the pitch clock was there still. It's because Brazil could not throw a single strike. They threw over their pitchers all combined threw well over 200 pitches. They walked, I think, 14, 15 USA batters, and it was tight. It was pretty sweet seeing Manny Ramirez.
Walks. I'm looking at the box score right now. 17 walks.
It was bad. Manny Ramirez's son. This is gonna make you feel old. Manny Ramirez, former great Boston Red Sox, ended his career with the White Sox, but had a cup of coffee with the A's, the Tampa Bay Rays, you name it. And his son hit 2 home runs last night for Team Brazil, and I thought that was awesome for that. A 17-year-old pitcher that is in high school right now pitched last night for Team Brazil. There was also another 17-year-old that came out and pitched as well, came out of the bullpen for it. And the first 17-year-old was Jose Contreras' son, which he's a former Chicago White Sox great. It was just cool to see. It's cool to see all these kids now who I grew up watching their dads play now are in major leagues. I mean, it hit me hard when Jacob Wilson made his debut last year with the the Sacramento Athletics. I'll get that right. And it's just cool. I love the World Baseball Classic. I don't know if you've been seeing Shohei Ohtani tear it up in Japan. Hit another home run early this morning because their game was at 5 o'clock taking on Korea. But the night prior, he had a grand slam in it. They only played 5 innings because they got run ruled. I think you said that he was a triple shy of the cycle through 2 innings.
Imagine being the highest level of baseball. You're in the World Baseball Classic. You're getting run ruled like it's the Little League.
Yeah, I love the fact the run rule is in there because I saw it last night. The USA was trying to do that to Brazil. They were doing double steals. I think it was Bryce Terang and Bobby Witt Jr. both got a steal at one point because they're trying to get those guys all around. But man, the Japan's going. It's going to be a Japan USA finals, I think, once again, from how it was 3 years ago, and I'm all here for it. And Craig said he just bought tickets to the Hiroshima Carps play in Japan this summer, which that's sick. I'd love it. Cool. I'm curious if that's going to be in the Tokyo Dome because I want to go watch a baseball game in said dome.
I'm looking up the Hiroshima Carps stadium. Okay, they've got the cutest little mascot. He's like a Cincinnati Reds player, but if he was from Mario.
Okay, that's pretty sick.
Actually, pretty cool.
I mean, I think they do play into the video game aspects over there.
Damn, the stadium looks nice. I mean, it's not ungodly nice compared to MLB stadiums, but you get the mountains in the background. It kind of looks like the old Oakland A's Coliseum with the foul territory.
Man, I wish I could have seen O.co in person, either a baseball game or a football game. Because can you imagine the black hole during a Raiders game back in the early 2000s?
That actually would have been pretty cool when they just have the infield in the middle of the football field.
Yeah, within the first maybe the first handful of weeks of the regular season, there's a mound of dirt out there. You gotta make sure you don't trip upon. That would
players
suck.
Get tackled, they just come up bloody because they're getting tackled on dirt. God, that was a throwback.
I don't know if you've been seeing any of the clips also with the with the excitement of, like, say, the Dominican Republic team. I think it's funny watching and listening to people complain about the celebrations these guys have, like the bat flips, the dramatics, the heck, Junior Caminero when he hit a home run yesterday in Miami. He as soon as he rounded first base, he was just sprinting, doing some high knees. His helmet flew off. He's just all super jacked and pumped up about hitting a home run. And you see everybody in the dugout come out near getting not at home plate, but making sure there's some room for him to get through, but then just dapping people up. I love the antics. I love the theatrics of just all that. I need more of that in today's baseball because it just makes it seem more special. It seems more like celebrating everybody's accomplishments. Hitting a home run is a big deal in baseball because that's one of the hardest things to do is hit a baseball being thrown at 95 mile an hour plus, and you can do a pimp job on it. Oh, dude, bat flip all you want. I don't care. I like the Fernando Tatis look. I like the Fernando Tatis bat drop. It just works for me. But all the old heads out here are like, oh, no, this is ruining the game of baseball. This pipe down, people. It's a different era. It's 2026. Make baseball fun. It's a kid's game, for goodness sake.
Exactly. This is something that we've seen a lot with players from some of these Latin American countries too in Major League Baseball, where they're celebrating, they're out there having a great time. And then you get some dude from probably like Maine that grew up in just the old stuffy classic, old fashioned territory. And he goes out, why are you guys having so much fun? This is not what the sport is. Okay, let's all relax a little bit. Did you see Michael Garcia and Ronaldo Acuna Jr. celebrating the other day? Yes. And they're cousins too, which is the cool part.
Yeah, can you imagine if Michael Garcia can talk to Ronald? Hey, you should ask for a trade to come. I would go to more Royals games. Again, I'd love to see Ron be flying around in the outfield with Jack Caglione or somebody out there.
Could you imagine him and Bobby on the base paths together?
You know how many like stolen bases they would have? They would have a crap ton. Because even throw Michael Garcia in there. Michael Garcia typically leads the team in stolen bases. So it's dude, the running Royals is what they should be called.
That'd be so fun. That's such a video game trade to just go get Ronaldo Acuna Jr.
Dude, that's when MLB The Show 26 drops here in next Friday. Well, this upcoming Friday now.
Good?
Yeah.
I haven't played the show since 2017.
What do you mean is that game good? Yes, that game is great.
Okay, well, this is gonna make me sound old, but once they started adding the show to newer consoles, there was a lot more controls. There's so much more. It's so much more involved. I remember it used to just be flick the stick up and down to hit it, and then tap the button you want to throw to the base.
You could still do that. You could set your controls up to do it just as you said.
Okay, they've got a boomer mode for this video game.
Yes, and honestly, clicking the button's a lot easier than the flick stick, in my opinion. Even when so I played LB 2K 12 and 13. You would draw it on the Joy-Con when you pitch. I tried doing that again on the show for this past year. Can't do it. I don't know. Young Kramer was a beast at doing that, but when Kramer got a little bit older, I can't do that at all. So I do the timing meter, which also timing meter is great because if you're good at that, then you're good at those arcade video games of the spinning line. I love hitting that machine. Hell, my grandfather was really good at that machine. Tying that down to getting to the right point. Love that machine. So that's how I always.
Maybe they'll have one at the circus today. I guess circus is different from arcade, but you never know.
There is an arcade down at Belt Bowl. We could frequent that. Might as well hit the old stomping grounds. If I'm going to a circus, might as well go to the bowling arcade up in St. Joe.
Make a whole day out of it. Why not?
I guess, man. The fact that I'm going to the circus it's just funny. It's not like I don't like animals or anything like that. I don't like going to. I'll go to zoos with my mom to walk around. That's cool to see the animals, but kind of feel bad for the animals in said zoo. I kind of feel bad for said animals in said circus. That's just how my brain works. Even though I know I'm hoping, fingers crossed on this with the circus, they actually treat better care in 2026 to circus animals than they used to in years past. But
I was going to say the zoo, you might feel one way, but the circus, everything I saw in movies and TV shows, they don't treat those circus animals very nice.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah. So I'll let you know if I see any scars on the elephants. I'll report back to that. I hope I don't. I do want to see an elephant though. That'd be pretty sick. All right, let's get to let's do some fair or foul, shall we? So Kyler Murray We all know who Kyler is. He's he's looking for a job now because the Arizona Cardinals have said, hey, we're basically moving on from you. So don't expect you to be wearing the Arizona Cardinals uniform this upcoming season. So you know who has his rights right now? There's one team instead of all sports organizations has Kyler Murray's rights. And that is the Las Vegas A's or the Sacramento A's or the Oakland Athletics. However you want to classify them, the Athletics own the rights to said Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray playing center field for the A's, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't like it. I think he'd be a better second baseman. But I
don't
think
he'd be good anymore.
No, you'd be shocked if he can go up there and he could touch. If he can hit a baseball, which I mean, I'm curious from the last time he's actually gotten into a cage. I mean, you already know that Kyler loves to pick up video games and play video games. Might as well pick up a bat and swing a bat every once in a while. I wouldn't mind seeing a Kyler Murray debut in baseball. I think there'd be a better outlet. Hell, I still think I was in full blown camp of him wanting to play baseball. He should have stuck to baseball. I was that exact same way with Jameis Winston, still in that exact same way with Jameis Winston. And I think it would just be better for, the sport gets more eyeballs on it. Like, because who wouldn't want to sit down and watch Kyler Murray try to play baseball? Let's be honest.
Okay, this is going to show my lack of knowledge on him. I know he was selected top 10 in the MLB draft.
He's good, man. He was so good.
Okay, was he like a speed guy? Was he a power hitter? Like
a speed slap contact guy, and he would have occasional pop for home runs.
Yeah, okay. I could see that, actually. His athleticism, he's still a world-class athlete.
So I thought it was – go ahead.
I was just – it'd be interesting. It'd be a fun story. He might be just as good at playing MLB as he is at playing in the NFL.
True. I mean, if he plays like how he does when he drops in on war zones, like he does in MLB, if he does in MLB, then he'd be at the top tier to it.
Is he good at Warzone? Is he a good Call of Duty player?
Yeah, he's pretty damn good. He's
he better.
For the kids, he'd classify as a no life. Because you have to.
Dude needs to go touch grass.
He definitely not just the NFL grass. He needs to go have a little walk outside. Oh man, no, I think it's fair. I think it was also it was always fun to see Russell Wilson get some at bats done for either when he was on the Rockies or when the Yankees acquired him. For some reason, the Yankees wanted to get him. So that was fun seeing him take some spring training at bats. Why did Kyler show up to spring training? You're part of the roster. Maybe
that would be pretty cool.
I think it'd be cool. I think it would be awesome. I think it would be fair for Kyler Murray to try his career out in baseball.
I think it'd be fair. I'll give it fair. I think depending on where Kyler Murray goes, maybe foul in the NFL, but fair to try out baseball. Plus, the A's just need all the good vibes they can get right now.
Hey, I'll tell you what. This is a team that's gonna be flirting with the AFC West. Like this, I
agree.
They were Big Amish, Nick Kurtz, Jacob Wilson. Hell, I'm looking at a Lawrence. Look at the sick Lawrence Butler bobblehead that I have. He's a stud. This kid is incredible.
I love the A's jerseys. That green and yellow is just so cool.
I love their all yellows. The yellow tops. I want a yellow top Lawrence Butler jersey so bad. I've been wanting to get one. I wanted to get a Matt Chapman one. Hell, I wanted to get a Josh Donaldson one. I just haven't had time to get. I haven't had the funds actually, not the time. Haven't had the funds to decide to purchase more baseball jerseys. But
who knows? Maybe you can get a Kyler Murray one.
Oh no! I can't do that. Where would Kyler Murray play in the NFL though? Who's the open team?
The Vikings, but I would love to see him go to the Falcons.
Oh!
And you put him out there with Bijan. You put him out there with Drake London, Kyle Pitts.
What about the Dolphins?
Gross.
Them throwing the Jalen Waddle, the A-Chan to hand it off. That's and hit. Dude, you could do so many RPO concepts.
Okay, it would actually be pretty fun. That'd be a real. I don't even know if it'd be a good real life team, but for Madden, that'd be a real
Madden team. That's how my mindset went to was Madden because I'm the Dolphins based right now. Hell, you just beat me.
I did. Yeah, we're all the way up to 4-12 on the season. I didn't let you win. I don't have a wide receiver that's healthy right now. I could not get down the field.
But that's neither here or there. Where else could he go? Vikings would be a good fit.
Yeah,
maybe.
The Dolphins make sense. The Jets could do it because
maybe the Jets. Are they doing? But I don't think he could handle the New York media. I don't think he can handle that.
But they're made for each other. If you want to talk about toxic quarterback, toxic franchise, that's
true.
They're made for each other.
That's true. I think I think it's fair him hopefully getting to try out baseball again. I do. Let's stick in the baseball mindset and topic for another one. Jurickson Profar, he was suspended last year for 80 games, being tested positive performance enhancement drugs. He was tested again in spring training. He got hit again with another charge, and he's suspended for the entire season now. It's like, bro, what are we doing? Like, you've already not learned your lesson now. Like, you're not supposed to take performance enhancing drugs at all in any sport, and you do it twice now. Like, you're not. Get out. That's at this point.
Also,
get him out.
Just to add to that, I mean, foul that he's getting a valid punishment, 162 games for continuing to break these rules. He also just left the WBC roster. Did he play for like the Netherlands or something? Yep. Netherlands, yeah. He just straight up left once he got the suspension, and it doesn't sound like he really said goodbye to anybody. It sounded like he just up and left.
He's I don't know if I think he's suspended without pay. I hope it's without pay because, man, the Atlanta Braves did give him a nice contract to have. But dude, I can't stand anybody who's cheated, got caught, and then tries to do it again and gets caught one more time. Like, come on, dude. I think 162 game suspension is low. You might as well just ban him for life at this point. Like, he's untouchable. Once his contract's up with the Braves, no one's going to want him. And now I'm starting to think of whenever Fernando Tatis Jr. was tested positive for PEDs, I'm more curious the fact that maybe he really wasn't truly juicing. Maybe it was the ointment that he was putting on to cure his ringworm, even though it does sound very weird that ringworm cream can help you test positive on performance-enhancing drugs. But we haven't seen anything else from Tatis, and that was like 4 years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. So at least he kind of learned.
A little bit better than Jurickson Profar.
Yeah, well, I mean, also his profile is so much better. Like Tatis Jr. is an absolute freaking. It feels like I have like memorabilia of people when I talk. That's a home field advantage
card.
Yeah, home field advantage from 2021
cool.
Or 2024. I collect Tatis cards. He's a stud. But he's actually learned from his mistake. I feel like Jurickson Profar haven't. Super foul on this guy.
Super foul. Again, when you're a star player like a Tatis, you're going to get more leniency.
Yeah.
But
no, I wouldn't say you're going to get leniency because, I mean, it's
not in terms of punishment, but in teams giving you chances after your punishment.
I mean, Tatis is a better talent, yes. Profar he really came to himself whenever he went to San Diego, actually, and he actually had a good start to his Braves career. Then boom, get slapped on the wrist, not slapped on the wrist, but slapped with that 80 game suspension. Then came back and still performed well. But it's just, I think the age is also different because, I mean, heck, Tatis might be 7 years younger than Profar.
Yeah, probably. I also think extra foul makes me really. If there weren't already enough reason to not like Profar from this, he actually left less than an hour before the Netherlands played their WBC game. He just walked out and said, not dealing with this today. Left the whole team hanging.
And he could have played in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, it doesn't suspend you from that.
He could have played in that. I don't know if he actually knew the rules and regulations to it. Because hell, I don't think many people know the rules and regulations. Because the fact I was watching last night watching that USA Brazil game, those pitchers did not understand the pitch clock whatsoever. Like it's like they took their time.
They had so many walks as they just were getting balls left and right from the pitch clock.
Some yes, some got in the head of some people, so balks were happening as well, and so that would also score some runs, and advanced runners. But man, like some of these teams, because they implemented the pitch clock for the first time in WBC, there's some guys that have never watched a single inning of Major League Baseball that's playing in the World Baseball Classic that don't know the rules. So that's and heck, even in Brazil last night, they weren't using pitch comp. They were using the traditional, like putting the 2 fingers down, 1, 3, bring it to the side for inside, that left side for the outside. Yeah, no, they were doing old school metrics. And the fact that that's old school, pitch comp stuff has only been in Major League Baseball for like 2 years. So it's like, that's the technology has gone up in Major League Baseball, making it, I think, a better sport and better product for people to watch. But man, that's just
feel a little bad for the Brazil team there.
The fact that they were competitive, the fact that everyone thought that they were going to get run ruled, that was just the thought. When it was only, I think it was 7-4 going into the 8th inning. Mm-hmm. I mean, heck, that's a win for Brazil right there. I think that's a win. I know they still lost, but the fact that they were able to contend with Team USA, that says a lot more than anything else.
Yeah, I checked in the 9th inning. It was 9-5. I was like, oh, that's a little odd.
Yeah.
And then it ballooned. It got up to like 15-5 in the 9th. It just the wheels came off. But for a minute, I mean, they kept it within arm's reach. Kudos to them.
Lastly, on the fair or foul, we all know who Logan Paul is, right? Like, you know who Logan Paul, the WWE wrestler, famous YouTuber, boxer.
Unfortunately.
He's offering $1 million to any NFL player who can come beat him in a fight. So they fight. Logan Paul loses, gives the guy $1 million. Who is lining up first? Can you imagine?
Oh man,
like Chris Jones just walking up, like, all right, you want to go? It's like
I was gonna say Max Crosby. Max
Crosby. Yeah, I've seen Max Crosby spar, like video clips of him sparring with UFC fighters whenever he was in Vegas. So it's like it's not like some of these guys hand fight like imagine George Karlaftis, or hell, bring Tamba Ali could probably go in there and smack Logan Paul around.
I was gonna say you bring Aaron Donald out of retirement, he's snapping Logan Paul in half.
Yes. Derrick Henry, I think, could probably beat his ass. I would say.
I don't actually know about that one. I think he would strength-wise, but something about Derrick Henry makes me think he's not that much of a fighter. He seems more like a lover than a fighter to me.
I think he's the fact that he's been beat up his entire career. I think he's more pissed off than anything else. I think he's probably the most pissed off person in the NFL.
Okay, do you think there's a quarterback?
Stone cold face.
Do you think there's any quarterbacks who could beat Logan Paul?
Oh, Josh Allen, maybe. Is that just me? Maybe. Is that I think because of the size? That's all I'm thinking size wise.
I was thinking maybe Anthony Richardson.
No, he'd probably puss out in the second round. He would like pull himself from. He'd take a dive.
Oh, that's true. His face is also broken.
Yeah, he'd also take a dive like in the NFL calibers of pulling himself out. Trace, that's a good one, Craig. Trace Smith would kill him. Like,
oh my God, Trace Smith would bury him.
That's very true. Trace Smith would.
The clips of Trey Smith just like driving a guy into the ground and then continuing to just shove him down always crack me up.
He tosses people around like it's nothing. Like he throws people around like they're feathers. That's how strength that Trey Smith has.
320-pound grown men he's making look like ragdolls.
I think Vita Vea could beat Logan Paul.
Oh, that's a good one.
But
I'm trying to think of weird positions. Like, is there a corner?
Oh, Jalen Ramsey. I think Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, Jalen Ramsey's a good one.
He seems like he's just got that nastiness to him still.
Porter. Why am I blanking on his name? Porter from the Steelers.
Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah, I think he'd be a fun one too.
Is it Joey Porter Jr.?
I feel like it's Joey. That feels right.
I need Stacy to come here and fact check me. How much? Stacy, shout out Stacy.
Porter Jr.
I'm trying to think who else. Is there a kicker in the league that we think could?
God, no shot. No, absolutely not. No.
Don't think Harrison Butker can come in there and
Harrison Mevis.
Harrison Mevis, dude. Honestly, Mevis might be the guy. The thicker the kicker.
If it's a wrestling match, I would take Mevis. That's a funny one. My last one. Okay, what about fun? I don't even know about like win or lose. Just pure entertainment. I'm gonna go Cooper DeJean.
Why? Out of everybody you throw in
him, he could like 360 dunk. He's actually kind of an athlete.
What about Scadaboo? You think Scadaboo can go in there? He seems like he seems like he's been in a couple of fights before.
A couple? I feel like he's getting in fights on the regular.
He's just shaking his head every time he gets punched in the face.
Yeah. Puka Nacua would be a fun one too. He's just, you want to talk about dudes that are mentally not all there.
Okay, hold up. You can't just. What has he done? What has Puka Nacua done in your?
He is trying to speed run Antonio Brown's career right now.
That's true. That's Antonio Brown would be a good one. Getting the on. I just want to think of if anybody who's watching this in YouTube, who are some more people you think that Logan Paul could lose to in the NFL if they go?
What about Darnell Washington?
Dude, yes, Darnell Washington would chew him up and spit him out. That's a big man pajama. It's also funny. He's a great person to have on Madden as well because it's like who's this offensive lineman running out to catch a pass? No, it's Darnell Washington.
He's like the biggest dude. He's the biggest dude on the field, including the lineman.
The photo of him, I can't remember which game it was, but he's holding the football like this. The football looks so tiny in his hands, and
it looks like an Easter egg.
It does. if he was in the league right now, all right, okay, let's go to old school players. Brian Urlacher would, I think,
Oh, yeah.
destroy. Ray Lewis would kill him probably. I mean,
Ray Lewis is a good one. Troy Polamalu would be fun.
Polamalu would be a great one.
I'm just thinking of old school safeties at this point.
Oh, Ed Reed, he would just destroy, I think, Logan Paul. Heck. Can Shannon Sharp do it? I think Shannon Sharp.
Oh, Shannon Sharp for sure. I was thinking Sean Taylor would be a fun one.
DK Metcalf, thrown in from Bronx.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
mean, any number of players. There's I don't know, why did Logan Paul do this? Is anyone going to take him up on this?
Well, the craziest thing is like the Paul brothers turn anything into gold and turn everything into money. So it's like this would bring so many eyeballs on the people. Like this would be a Netflix special.
Yeah.
Like Netflix would eat this up constantly.
Imagine Tyreek Hill's a free agent and then he fights him.
Oh, Tyreek Hill would get killed. Tyreek Hill, I feel like when Tyreek Hill throws punches, he does the like he does like the actual sound effects when he throws them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Tyreek Hill actually, he's a pretty thick boy. Like I think he'd put up a pretty good fight.
Roger Craig, heck, even Dick Buttkiss. I mean, yeah, like yeah, those yes. Give me some Buttkiss action.
What about other sports? What about like MLB players?
Aaron Judge.
Maybe.
Dude,
I don't know.
Massive,
He doesn't
man.
seem. Do you think Aaron Judge? Yeah, he's huge. Do you think he's aggressive enough?
Yes.
He seems like a pretty chill dude.
I mean, I think all baseball players are pretty chill dudes, but I think Aaron Judge, being 6'7", almost 6'8", hell, I've walked next to Aaron Judge in person. I had to look up. I rarely have to do that.
Yeah.
He's got the reach. John Rocker, yes. John Rocker, right now, John Rocker. I don't even have to say John Rocker when he was playing back in the 90s. John Rocker, I think, could go into the ring and beat the dog shit out of Logan Paul.
He looks like he belongs in WWE.
He does.
With his long hair.
Oh, yeah, John Rocker. Oh, my gosh. John Rocker, he's all coked up, PED, roided out. You name it.
What about Billy Butler?
Billy Butler
loved to fight people.
You know, Billy Butler's mom would be so mad if he was going in there to fight. But also, Billy Butler, there was this one when he was playing for the Athletics. I think it was they're playing against the Cleveland Indians at the time. The catcher was jawing at him, and Billy's like looked at him and like was like basically mouthed him off or something.
Oh, and then he hits the home
very next pitch, home run. He looks back at the catcher and is just like hitting. I mean, it didn't cause a bases clearing incident by any means, but Billy Butler got the last laugh in that, and I for that Billy Butler gained my respect.
Man. He's got some attitude.
He does.
Who was the reliever that tried to kill Bryce Harper?
Was
it Papelbon?
Papelbon.
Yeah. Oh, no. Papelbon. Give me a Papelbon.
No. Kyle Farnsworth. Left Major League Baseball to get into cage fighting. So I say Kyle Farnsworth, yes. Kyle Farnsworth, absolute dog.
The pictures of him right now. You want to talk about dudes taking steroids. Jesus, he probably weighs 350.
Farnsworth?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's jacked. He's yoked.
Oh, that looks unhealthy.
And Craig's last guy. Albert Bell. Yes, Albert Bell could destroy people. But hey, Craig, you have a good weekend as well, my man. I guess I'll get to you get to chime in a little bit on Tuesday, so I'll see you in Beach season, dude. Have a good weekend for yourself. All right, let's so I think it's fair for Logan Paul offering this to people, I think.
Yeah, I think fair.
And hopefully this does happen because I want to see Logan Paul get mad and down and out and knocked out and having to fork over $1 million because, I mean, he has it like side money. Okay. All right. Lastly, Miami, Ohio. I don't know if you've been following along on this, but they're studs. They're 31-0, and they're locked to make hopefully the national tournament, which by the selection Sunday, is it this Sunday or next Sunday?
Next Sunday. Yeah. Today's the last regular season day of the college basketball season.
Gosh, dude.
Well, I guess tomorrow technically is the last.
March has flown by. Yeah, no, good. Miami, Ohio, like they need to make it. They should make it. They're going undefeated. Hopefully, they finish out the regular season, even also their tournament. Yeah, their conference tournament. Hopefully, they finish out and win out that way. But this isn't a 1 seed school. What does this say? A 4 seed, a 5 seed, a 6 seed?
They'll probably be in like the 6-7 range.
Yeah. But if they lose their conference, I mean, I know you put this on the rundown for us. If they lose their conference tourney, are they making the? You think they make the playoffs? Do you think they're deserving to make it?
To. You cannot have a team go 31-0 undefeated season and then play in their conference tourney. And basketball is a crazy sport sometimes. Sometimes teams get hot. They cannot be punished for losing in their conference tournament after a 31-0 season. They're currently ranked also. They're a top 20 team in the rankings. You can't just exclude them because they had a pretty soft schedule. They beat every single team they played. You have to reward that. If March Madness is about playing the best teams, you can't not let a 31-1 team in.
And it's also dumb because there's 67 spots, 68 spots for teams to get in, and they're not one of the 68.
Ohio in? Are we going to put in they're good, but Virginia Tech? Are we going to put in, some random bottom of the ACC school over them?
See, and I think now with college basketball, it's gotten more fluid. Like I think any team can beat any team in a given night now. I think NIL has actually helped that. You got to get Miami, Ohio in there, even if they do lose their conference tourney. I think that's ludicrous if they don't.
100%. They also, these schools that are good, these mid-major schools that don't have the talent of like a KU, a Duke, a Kentucky, whatever, they're better coached than those schools.
They are.
Like I watched the Miami, Ohio game last night against Ohio University. Insane game. It was like 110 to 108 or something in overtime. It was an insane game. They were running offensive sets that you see from only in the NBA. I mean, their guys are just dribbling into pull-up threes and making them.
Gosh.
Yeah, they play a pro style of basketball. It's more fun. I would rather watch them than watch some, Wake Forest where they're running the same 80s offense that their 80-year-old head coach has been running for the last 50 years. Like, enough of that. Give me good mid-major schools.
Yeah, good mid-major. Give me some good mid-major schools there. That'd be sweet. But yeah, I can't believe we're in March. Before you know it, the tip-off to the national tournament is going to start, and then you get baseball right around the corner. I believe that's the 26th of March. Giants-Yankees, I believe, is the matchup, or Cubs and Yankees. The Yankees are playing. I just know they're leading things off to start the season. But, man, what a time to be alive and also being watching sports, bro. Just what a time.
Before we end, do you have a pick to win the WBC this year?
Team USA. That team's so loaded. Especially with the fact that you got Logan Webb pitching for 2 games, Paul Skeens pitching for 2 games, and tonight against Great Britain, Turk Skubal. So they're going to be very fine getting out of their pool play.
I think I'll go Japan. I'll just mix it up. They looked really good in their 2 wins.
Gosh, dude, Shohei Ohtani, he is the greatest baseball player to ever play the game, to play the sport. Like it's hands down, he's the best, and he proves it each and every single night. The first night, grand slam. This morning, home run against Korea. They're just too damn good. Shohei Ohtani is just the best. I mean, he's the best. He's better than Babe Ruth. I will live and die on that hill. We are blessed and we are fortunate to live in the time with Shohei Ohtani performing like he does each and every single night when he's either on the mound or in the lineup hitting dingers.
He is my favorite. I would put it up there, favorite athlete to watch right now.
Gosh, it's must watch TV. It truly is.
Yeah. And he performs in the biggest moments.
Oh, yeah. No, he's the guy that you need. If you need to score a run, like there's a guy on third base, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, you call on one guy to get you the game-winning hit. You're saying Shohei. You have to. Oh, hold on. Before we head out, best baseball player ever is Barry Bonds. That's just my 2 cents. Huh. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard when you have to asterisk it. I can't, stats hard to argue, but
I mean, even his Pittsburgh Pirates days were incredible.
Yeah,
like he just couldn't win the big game. That was his only downfall. And whenever he got to the playoffs, he just pissed down his leg. That's Barry Bonds' downfall to majority of his career. Shohei Ohtani pitches, he hits. He's MVP. He steal base. I mean, Barry Bonds stole bases when he was a Pirate. He did. Whenever he had to add 40 pounds of muscle to hit more home runs in the San Francisco Giants days, which I think Jeff Kemp. I mean, I shouldn't say this because I don't know it for the fact, but Jeff Kemp might have helped him out a little bit on that side of things. But yeah, no, hey, everybody has their own opinions, their own thoughts, and I respect them. Barry Bonds, absolute stud, super stud. I remember watching him break Hank Aaron's record the night that I made my grandfather was still around. I think it was because I remember he was at the hospital during the time, and we were talking about that. Yeah, Barry Bonds, absolute certified stud. But still, I think it's Shohei Ohtani, greatest baseball player ever to walk the face of the earth.
I can't disagree with you on that. He's incredible.
All right, I think that will do it for this edition of Sires of Kramer and Ryan. Ryan, we got another one of the books, man, dude. We've been doing this now for over a month, doing this on the Foolish Club Media. Which, by the way, shout out to Steven Serter for allowing us to do this. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. So yeah, we will talk to you all once again. I'll report back next week on how I think the circus went and how it was. I'll let you know if they're treating the animals right, Ryan. I'll make sure I'll be on there. Hold on. Before we go, one last question. What major Chiefs channels do you guys watch the most?
Oh, this is a bad one for me. I actually don't follow very many local Chiefs stuff.
Arrowhead Pride. That's where I get majority of my stuff. It's also, I also write for Arrowhead Pride, so that's the reason why. That's why I continue to get and consume my Chiefs stuff there, and also right here on Foolish Club Media with Love Us in the Show and BK. Those guys are my guys.
Exactly. Beach season 2.
Oh yeah. Rocky's a crazy mother trucker. You already know it. So yeah. All right, that'll do it here for this edition. Y'all have a good one. Put a smile on your face. You don't know who's to see it to brighten up their day. Take care, everybody.